Welcome to the Solent Sports Complex. You're looking at the Southampton Sound right now. I'm Samuel Williams. Here with me is Riven Corbett, and we're here for the WNBL Division 2 Pool 2 game between Solent Kestrels and the Endeavour Ipswich. As you can see, the Solent Sports Complex ready, active. You can hear it in the background. Music is blaring. The Solent Kestrels are right behind us right now, preparing for their game. It's going to be a tough one. What do you think about this one today, Riven?
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, really. I mean, the Solent Kestrels last week, they're going to have to bounce back from a tough loss. Good first half performance, and obviously difficult last season. There's definitely a quality difference between these two teams. It's just whether they can overcome that with the energy, the passion that they show tonight, whether that be through tactics, what the coach thinks of both teams, whether it be the matchup, but they're just going to have to overcome the quality difference through other things tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, to be able to bounce back from a first game defeat, I mean, it's got to be such a mental issue. And to go up against a team like Ipswich Endeavour, they've just come up, they've just won their first game. How are they going to overcome all of those mental aspects of this upcoming game, do you think?
Well, they're going to have to think of a complete mental reset, disregard last game, act like it never happened, completely think about this a fresh start, even though it's the second league game of the season. They're going to have to forget last week, overcome it, and basically just think of this as a completely new slate. And think of Ipswich as an individual team and not think of the overall picture. I don't know what your thoughts were, but those are my specific thoughts.
Yeah, well, it's difficult because you come off a loss and you've got two options. You either go at them aggressively or you've got to take it a little bit slower, got to go with more spacing. I think it'll be interesting to see the approach. They're looking behind me right now, there's a lot of ball movement working out going on at the moment. I feel like Solent are going to want to rely on their spacing. You know, the last game didn't go the way that they wanted to. And you know, you've got those first few games jitters. How can we adapt to our tactical playing style? Do you think that they'll adapt to the Ipswich endeavour themselves?
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup today, just looking at the teams, whether that be size, shooting, because if you look at the drills behind us, they're trying to focus on rebounding specifically. The Solent Kestrels team is quite small compared to Ipswich. Now they're going to have to think of how they're going to box out aggressively, be aggressive on the boards, and basically just be a physical presence on the boards and try and win as many as they can, despite not necessarily being the biggest team. Mid-ranges as well is a big aspect, getting layups and just getting close-range baskets. I wouldn't say Solent Kestrels are the strongest three-point shooting team, but if they get going, they can get going. It's just whether they can overcome that loss last week and think of it as a new week, basically.
Absolutely. I mean, it's when the chances come to them, they've got to be able to take them, Solent. You know, if they're going to try and work it on the inside, they're going to have to be clever with timing when they want to bring it into the inside, whether they're going to go up with the shot, whether they want to pass it out. So I think it's just as much about spacing, but also finding that right shot and capitalising on it. And against a team like Ipswich, it's not going to be easy. But you also got to remember, Ipswich are away today. That is something that they've got to overcome themselves. They've had to travel for this game. How would you say, Riven, that travelling for a game affects the mentality of going into one? You've had a long trip, you've got to mentally prepare for the game, and you've got your own strategies and game plans. How have you got to kind of influence that into the game itself?
Well, Ipswich to Southampton is a long journey, plain and simple. Whether that be in a minibus, a coach, obviously they didn't come by plane, that's a bit too much. But yeah, they've got to look at the game as a focus on the way to the game. They've got to focus on the tactics, focus on their jobs, and basically do their jobs, fulfill their roles, and focus on the points rather than whether the journey itself is going to affect them. They've got to focus on their task at hand, and that's to win the game. Whether they do that today or not is another issue. But yeah, it definitely plays a role, whether that be mentally, like you said, trying to think of tactics on the way, maybe on the fly. Against the Solent Kestrels team, I'm not sure. But they've got to focus on their jobs and roles within their team and how they can adapt and their specific opposition for this week.
Of course. Well, the other thing that you've got to think about is not going off too fast. You know, if the approach today is going to be aggressive, you don't want to come off and take bad shots, be inefficient. So, I mean, we talked about last game. Last game, they had a really good start to the game, a very positive start, but seems as though that positive start against the Storm might have almost hindered them, tired them. What do you think about how they should go into this one after taking a loss?
Well, emotionally, basketball is a very tough sport. Whether be you're a couple points up in the first half, you've then got to think about how you're going to last for the rest of the game, because at the end of the day it's 4 10-minute quarters. You've got to last the whole game. Whether you're 10 points, 5 points, or even 2 points up in the first half, you've got to think about how you can continue that feat and how you can finish the game strong. Now they did have a good start to the last game. Whether they struggled with that emotionally, I'm not sure. Whether they tired out or they got too positive, got too cocky, I'm not sure. Got too comfortable, I'm not sure. But they've got to focus on today, which is a strong Ipswich team, if we're being honest. They've got two teams for a reason. One in Division 1 and then this team in Division 2. And some of these players did play for the stronger team last season. It's just whether that Ipswich team carries it into this season. Obviously they started with a win, but Kestrels themselves have got to think about how, like I said earlier, how they fill their jobs, how they can do their jobs efficiently, well, and how they fit into their system today.
Do you think Ipswich having two teams, you know, of course this is their second team, their first team being in Division 1. Do you think having two teams, being more of a bigger organisation than something like Solent Kestrels, does that give them a disadvantage or an advantage? I mean, you're the bigger team. You've come here with the expectation, we're the Ipswich Endeavour, we've got to be able to take down the Solent Kestrels in their own home court. Do you think that's a hindrance, or what do you think?
I think as a squad as a whole, it probably helps them quite a lot, whether that be filtering players in and out of divisions. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that, but they might be able to between seasons. But like I said, as a squad, as a whole squad as an entity, itself will definitely help. The second team today, they might struggle from it. It's not the biggest team in the world. I don't know how many players. I think they're counting about 8 or 9. That's 4 subs. So as a whole, it probably doesn't help for subs and bench total numbers. But like I said, as a squad, it probably becomes a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, basketball is very much a game of rhythm. It's finding your rhythm, finding the right shots, and taking them when it's most efficient. And the thing is when you're finding that rhythm, you've also got to rely on your bench because you don't want your players to get too tired. But when you have players that are finding that rhythm, but you've got to use that rotation, with the limited amount of the rotation that Ipswich have, could you say maybe that would be a disadvantage for them against Solent today?
The rhythm aspect of basketball is definitely difficult for a lot of teams. So I think a lot of people would struggle. Especially with rhythm. I think that's one reason why Kestrels struggled last week was the bench and whatnot. But it definitely might be a hindrance for Ipswich today,
Yeah, I absolutely see that. Well, they're doing their player introductions at the moment, Ipswich Endeavour. They're looking quite excited for the game, looking like it's going to be interesting. Solent Kestrels showing a bit of sportsmanship as well, clapping at the same time. I think this is also a game of a bit of respect as well. I mean, Solent understand that this team is here to come to their court and try and win the game. I mean, it's got to be difficult from the Solent end. We talked about Ipswich Endeavour being away from home. Solent have just come off a loss. They're at home now. They've got to defend their home turf. Do you think that's going to be difficult for them?
Defending a home turf is very difficult a lot of the time. Now, I wouldn't say it's the biggest home support this weekend, sadly, but I think it's enough to do a job and help them and boost them towards the win. Whether that does or not, I'm not sure. But they definitely seem entertained and up for the game, supporting the team behind them. It's whether Ipswich then feel that pressure from the crowd and the support for Solent, and whether it impacts their game. Not sure. I guess we'll have to see when the game starts.
Well, it's a question that we're certainly very, very excited to find out about. Both the teams are ready, both the teams are focused. We're in for a good 4 quarters of 10 minutes basketball right now. And it looks like the players are just meeting up with the coach. I mean, we've got to understand, these players, second game, beginning of the season, jitters. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard.
It's definitely going to be difficult, especially when they see their matchups and who they're clapping against and who they see they'll be marking all game. It's definitely a mental thing, like you said. And as they get prepared to warm up again, doing some drills, as you can see, they're doing some more layups and focusing on that close shot, the getting under the basket, scoring some easy buckets. It's whether they can carry that into the game compared to last week, and whether it can work against Ipswich specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we are just about to move into the lineups right now. Hopefully that we should see that on your screen right now. Riven, could you tell us about the Kestrels?
Yeah, so the Solent Kestrels today. Number 4, Tilly Goddard. Number 5, Amy Unwabisi. 6, Courtney Chiruewa. 7, Hannah Holt. 8, Sophia Agbula. 9, Faith McDowell. 10, Glory Uzumafuna. 11, Neve Sheldrick. 12, Lila Burtz-Vissels. 13, Amber Bartlett. 14, Anna Adiata Mendez.
And for the Ipswich Kestrels, number 4, we've got Eliza Bartholomew. Number 5, Julian Maybackerback. Number 6, Abby Smythe. Number 7, Kelsey Woodgate. Number 8, Maya Wiseman. Number 10, Abby York. Number 11, Isabel Roberts. Number 12, Kerry Woodgate. Number 14, Katie York. And number 15, Cara Yusuf, led by a coach, John York. Whereas we're getting towards the end of this, you are seeing that the warm-ups are getting more concentrated on bringing the ball into the court, bringing it into the paint, trying to create baskets. That's what this game's going to be all about today.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing Ipswich are currently sat down and not doing an extra warm-up. Whether that hinders them, I'm not sure. It's clearly a game plan. I think Solent want to get some extra shots up, and I don't blame him. It's not the warmest day in here today. Keeps the hands warm, keeps the shot going, and make sure that they stay in rhythm for the start of the game. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, can the Kestrels look for a bounce back? First game against Hemel Storm did not go their way. They are at the Solent Sports Complex, they are at home, and they are hyped up. Can they find the win? That is the real question for this game.
Shall we go up to commentator Tom as he can carry you into the game?
Well, we have got now about over a minute and a half until the game begins. Not much longer now. The referee's ready.
Right, should we go back up to Tom in the commentary box, ready to take you away into today's game?
Solent Kestrels up against Endeavour Ipswich second team, looking like you guys have said, looking to bounce back after that loss away at Hemel, first game of the year. Endeavour Ipswich beating TVC second team up in London last week. So Kestrels looking to bounce back. Got some big names in this team. Division 1 experience from last season after a tough season. Tilly Goddard, Faith McDowell, names like that. Gloria Uzumafuna looking to make a big impact on this season in this Division 2 campaign for Kestrels. First home game of the season for them, in front of a little crowd, trying to get the crowd up and running with a double header today, with the men's game taking place this afternoon. We are just under half a minute left until tip-off. We'll be able to see the starting lineups for both teams, just as they're going to come out in 2 seconds. Coach Ryan Payne and Coach John York just going through their last little bits for the teams. So Kestrels looking like they're going to line up with number 4, Tilly Goddard, number 10, Gloria Mafuna, number 9, Faith McDowell, number 14, Anna Indiana Mendez, and number 15, Chloe Lamas. Ipswich lining up with number 4, Eliza Bartholomew, number 11, Isabel Roberts, number 14, Katie York, number 12, Kerry Woodgate, and number 8, Maya Wiseman. Just waiting for the referees to get themselves ready for the game, and then we'll be underway for this opening game in the Division 2 season for the Solent Kestrels down at the SSC. Kestrels, like was mentioned earlier, came out to a very quick lead up at Hemel. Went out for a 10-point lead really early, almost ran Hemel Storm off the court. And then slowly and surely Hemel made their way back in. Kestrels picking up a couple of injuries through the way. Gloria Uzumafuna coming in with an ankle injury, but fit and ready to play this week. And Maeve Blandford out with injury. Here we go, ball going to go up. Anna Mendez and Woodgate jumping it off. And it's an Ipswich possession. Bartholomew downhill towards McDowell, who's playing defence. Air ball there for Ipswich to start, and that's out of bounds off of Kerry Woodgate, and it's going to be a Kestrels end-line ball. Experienced Tilly Goddard, England youth player, going to set this up. Uzumafuna inside, getting hounded by the Ipswich defence, looking to kick out. Still going, Gloria's Idiana Mendez on the wing. And that's going to go out of bounds for an Ipswich ball. Isabel Roberts making sure that one goes out of bounds for their team's possession. Kelly York with the ball now, looking to go inside to Kerry Woodgate. Faking the handoff into the corner for Maya Wiseman for three. That's off. Faith McDowell with the rebound. Downhill, foul called there. McDowell Dodd's going to go to the free throw line. Maya Wiseman there, called for the foul. First one is good for Faith McDowell there from the line. Second one just to come here for Faith. And that was good as well. Faith McDowell goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Ipswich gets back underway. Still there for Gloria Mafuna. Gets her hands on the ball. Wrapped up with Kerry Woodgate, and it's going to be a Kestrels possession after Ipswich win the tip-off. There we go. Faith calling Mendes up into the high post. Lamas the corner for Ismafuna. Back up to Lamas going downhill. Fakes and finds McDowell for three. That one's off. Rebound there to Roberts. Getting out ahead. Bartholomew. Roberts downhill. And Roberts finishes. Dowell in the corner finds Uzumafuna in the high post. Hounded inside by Ipswich. Almost collapsing straight onto Uzumafuna as Tilly floats it up, no good. Uzumafuna rebound and puts it back in. Wiseman looking to get downhill on Uzumafuna, who played great defence. Bartholomew throws it away to Lamas. Lamas gets out on the break, finds Uzumafuna. Foul called. Shots just off there by Uzumafuna. Foul is called on number 4, Eliza Bartholomew. Uzumafuna on the line, misses the first. Second one now here for Glory. That one's off too. Kerry Woodgate pulls down the rebound. Out Ipswich get. Bartholomew looks inside for Roberts. Stolen by the Kestrels. Lamas picks it up. Goddard looking to set the offence up for the Kestrels here. Leading 4-2 early. Downhill, steps through, finds Mendes in the corner. Pump fake. And that's going to be called a travel there by the referee on the baseline. Roberts downhill, blocked by Mendes. Rebound Woodgate. Foul called there on number 9. Faith McDowell.
Faith McDowell, first foul of the game, end-line ball, Ipswich.
Kerry Woodgate pulling down 2 rebounds early for Ipswich. And the ball's back in play. Here's Woodgate at the top. Fakes past Uzumafuna. Great take by Glory Uzumafuna, and it's a charge. Brilliant defence there from Glory. As a coach, that's perfect. That's just what you want to see for your guards on defence, stepping into the lane, taking a charge from the big, going downhill, ball on the floor, and Gloria Uzumafuna is able to get her body set and take it straight through the chest. Uzumafuna finds Mendes down low. Ipswich looking to crash down again. Lamas for 3, no good. Rebound there by Isabel Roberts. That's her second of the game as well. Great defense there by Chloe Lamas as Roberts turns the ball over. Pass inside, tipped there by Ipswich. And they're out with Wiseman looking to push the ball. Crossover across to Uzumafuna. Kicks to the corner. Downhill, Bartholomew steps through. That's no good. Rebound by Uzumafuna. Lamas looking to push and then settles the offense down. That cool head, Chloe Lamas, looking to set the Kestrels team up. Looking like a bit of a zone here for Ipswich. 2-3 down low. Uzumafuna in the corner. Out of bounds. Just leaves her back foot on that out of bounds line. Tilly Goddard with the steal there. Looks to push. Bartholomew does a great job of cutting her off. Chloe Lamas on the three-point line. Kicks to Mendez in the corner for three. That one's no good. Rebound there by number 8, Maya Wiseman. It's going to be, I think it's a Kestrels ball. Wasn't quite sure what went on there, but Kestrels ball end line. 4 minutes in, and it's 4-2 to the Kestrels. Back underway. Faith McDowell downhill, driving straight through traffic. Mendez for three. That one's off left and out of bounds.
Mendez's 3-point attempt too strong.
Substitutions coming in here. Number 5, May Bakabag is coming in for Ipswich, and Nwabisi is coming in for Faith McDowell for the Kestrels.
Faith McDowell.
Ball inbounded here. Mendez with the defence on Woodgate. Finds a cutting York. Downhill. Throws the ball up. That's a foul called there. And that's going to be on number 5, Tilly Goddard. No, sorry, number 4, Nwabisi there. Both putting their hands in.
With her first foul of the game.
And Nwabisi judged to have made too much contact on the arm. Katie York, and she'll be at the line for 2. First one, no good. Second one is good for Katie York. And we're back underway here, 4-3 to the Kestrels after the first 4 and a bit minutes of play. Goddard looking for the gap, finding and swinging to Nwabisi. Called for a foul there on Tilly Goddard's drive by Eliza Bartholomew. That is her second foul already.
Second foul of the game.
And that'll bring a substitution in a minute for Ipswich, but not quite quick enough as Kestrels are going to get the ball underway. Nwabisi in the corner for 3, no good. Bartholomew looks to cook as she looks to push as she gets the rebound. Tip there by Nwabisi. York on the 3-point line for 3. No good front rim. Nwabisi pulls down the rebound for Kestrels, and they're off and running. Goddard with the ball in hand. Lamas to the corner. Uzumafuna low post. Goddard driving, finds Nwabisi mid-range. That one's good. Assist there by Tilly Goddard. Amy Nwabisi gets herself on the score sheet for the first time today. Wiseman. No good. Nwabisi rebound. Amy Nwabisi really getting stuck in here in her action off the bench. Floaters blocked there by Bartholomew as they get out on the break again. Wiseman. Great defense by Uzumafuna, cutting her off. York for 3 again. That one's no good. Goddard, good rebound there. Very fast-paced game here early on down here at the SSC. Nwabisi floater and timeout called Endeavour Ipswich 2. Good start here by the Kestrels, leading 8-3.
By Coach York for Ipswich.
Yeah, early lead here for the Kestrels. Amy Nwabisi getting herself on the score sheet with 2 early buckets, alongside a 2 by McDowell and two free throws by McDowell and a 2 by Uzumafuna. Ipswich's only scorers being Roberts and York. Good start here by Kestrels, looking to set up their offences nice and quick, trying to push the pace. Both these teams young, looking to run as much as they can. And it's going to be a high-paced game throughout. Kestrels with a completely new look team this year, with the likes of Flori Cotterill and Ruby Lake jetting off to America to play their basketball, as well as Fernanda Liberto and Lily Blunt playing her basketball this season at Loughborough University, but still with the likes of Tilly Goddard, Faith McDowell, Gloria Mafuna being amongst those that played in Division 1 last year, with the experience and the youth of people like Amy Nwabisi that we've seen early on in this game, bringing themselves into the game. Chloe Lamas seen as the old head almost in this team, bringing a bit of calm and composure. Anna Mendez adding that height that they've needed with the loss of Flora Cotterill this season. It's going to be an Ipswich ball on the end line. Number 6, Abby Smythe, checking in for Eliza Bartholomew, who I said has got 2 early fouls in this game. Woodgate looking to back down on Mendez. Smythe for 3. That one's off. Great box out there by Tilly Goddard, and rebound comes down, and it's Chloe Lamas's. Swing to Nwabisi, swing to the corner again. Lamas, deep 3. That one's off. Agbula looking for the rebound, no good. Wiseman tips out to Smythe. Smythe kicks ahead to Macabag. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by Agbula there, who swings to Nwabisi to get themselves back up the court. Lamas swings to Mendez in the corner. That one's not good. Mendez offensive rebound. Steps back through and finishes. Anna Mendez doing all her own work, all her own dirty work on the backboard there. Gets her own rebound and puts it in. Great defense there by the Kestrels. Just hands up, straight up. And we're pushing away with Goddard. Goddard finds Agbula. Not quite, and it's out of bounds. Ipswich making a substitution here. Kerry Woodgate going to check out the game, and in comes number 7, Kelsey Woodgate. Backcourt violation there by Kelsey Woodgate for her first impact in the game. Substitution Kestrel's way as well. Amber Bartlett's going to check into the game for the first time for Chloe Lamas, who's going to take a break. A 10-3 early lead here for the Kestrels too. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Bartlett straight into the action. Mendez in the corner trying to find Agbula down low, turns the ball over, and Wiseman gets out. York backing Bartlett down. Rebound falls to Idiata Mendez. Foul called there on number 6, Smythe, as Goddard is going to go to the free throw line.
She is replaced by Eliza Bartholomew, checking back in.
Mackerbag finding Kelsey Woodgate, sorry, no good. As Nwabisi pulls down another rebound for Kestrels. Goddard setting up the offense here. Swinging the ball nicely round. Bartlett, good cut. Finding Mendez. Mendez on the drive. Agbula down low. No good. Mackerbag pulls down the rebound. And she's out and running. Good block there by Nwabisi. Nwabisi finds the cutting Goddard. Goddard with the finish. Bartholomew looking to get downhill. Maya Wiseman for three, no good. Mendez rebound. Nwabisi for three. That one's off. Rebound pulled down by Bartholomew. Looking to go all the way downhill, coast to coast. Stopped there by Bartlett. There's Kelsey Woodgate there, crosses over through the traffic. She's going to be going to the free throw line. Referee's just having a conversation here who the foul's going to be on.
Referees just having a discussion as to who committed the foul.
And the foul is going to be called on 13, Amber Bartlett. Substitutions going both ways. Neve Sheldrick going to check in for Anna Mendez. And Kara Yusuf's going to check in for
Ipswich.
First one no good there for Kelsey Woodgate, who is going to shoot her second one. And that one's good. Ipswich still sitting deep in that zone. Bartlett for three. That one's off. Rebound there by Bartlett again. Grabs her own rebound, trying to find Agbula in the paint. She's adjudged for a 3-second violation. Halfway through the final minute here in the first quarter down at the SSC. Kestrels leading 13-4. Ball thrown over the top. Tipped out of bounds there by Sophia Agbula. Great defense there to stop Maya Wiseman getting out on the break. Wiseman downhill, no good. Sheldrick with the rebound. Nwabisi finds Sheldrick at the top, finds Agbula in the corner. Bartlett in the corner. Swinging. Great ball movement there for Kestrels. Just off for Nwabisi, but great ball movement there by Solent, looking to get themselves going with pure ball movement here. Katie York. Maya Wiseman with a few seconds left on the clock, 2 seconds left, throws it up, no good. Kestrels leading 13-4 at the end of that first quarter. Maya Wiseman just having a conversation there with the referee, thinking that the defence is moving along with her, which I can see where she's coming from, but the referee adjudged there to be no foul called at the end of the quarter there, and it finishes 13-4. Leading scorers then so far, Amy Nwabisi with 4, Goddard with 3. And then Madao, Uzumafuna, Mendes and Roberts all with 2. Leading rebounders of the game. There were BC also with 3 and had Idiata Mendes with 3 rebounds so far. It's clear for the Kestrels they're having to set themselves up nicely against this zone that Ipswich are playing, which is going to be a tough ask. A good zone forces you to move the ball around a lot. A good zone forces turnovers and tough shots. Not many open shots, makes it a shorter coverage for defenders to get out and across. The Kestrels doing a good job of it so far, making sure that the balls keep on moving, filling their gaps on the wings and in the corners nicely, and keeping someone in that high post, which is almost the most important thing when playing against the zone. That high post. Anna Mendes and Gloria Uzumafuna have been covering a lot of the first quarter. Be interesting to see how Coach York here judges for Eliza Bartholomew's minutes here in the first half. Already having 2 fouls early, looking like she's going to be staying in the game, but 3 fouls in the first half can be costly, especially as one of their leading ball handlers on the court today. Kestrels coming out with Neve Sheldrick, Sophia Egbula, Amber Bartlett, Amy Nwabisi and Tilly Goddard. Ipswich coming out with Cara Youssef, Isabel Roberts, Maya Wiseman, Eliza Bartholomew and Katie York. And we're back underway for the second quarter here. Maya Wiseman finding Roberts. Three's off. Offensive rebound by Eliza Bartholomew, and that one's goes down. Nwabisi looking like she might have travelled there, but we're going to carry on. No referee whistle going off. Sheldrick in the corner, adjudged for a travel. Nice pump fake there by Neve Sheldrick to get the defender in the air, but just moved her feet too quickly before she put the ball on the floor. Roberts curling off the catch downhill. Bartlett trying to keep pace. Out of bounds. Off of Yusuf's leg. And Kestrels are back underway. Tilly Goddard playing the floor general here today. Egbula looking to swing to the weak side. No one quite down that side yet, and the ball goes out of bounds. Roberts downhill. Foul called there on Amber Bartlett.
Called for her second foul. Substitutions coming for Kestrels. Faith McDowell
and Gloria Uzumafuna going to check back into the game for Sophia Egbula and Amber Bartlett. Amber Bartlett picking up 2 early fouls. And Sophia Egbula just taking a rest. First free throw no good there for Roberts. Second one's off. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be a Kestrels ball off of Maya Wiseman's hand.
The defensive ball's off and free throw. Sees Solent get the ball back.
Tilly Goddard downhill finds Gloria Uzumafuna in the corner for 3. That one's off. Offensive rebound, Tilly Goddard. That one's off as well. But good battling by the Kestrels on the offensive boards, trying to get their second chance points. Roberts stepped through. That one's off. Own offensive rebound. And a foul called on number 9, Faith McDowell.
Faith McDowell called for the
Her second foul.
The Ipswich ball in line.
Kerry Woodgate's going to check back into the game.
So there's 4 visitors. We're down second foul of the game.
Maya Wiseman getting hassled away by Glorious and Mafuna. Swings to the far side. Katie York for 3. That one's off. And the rebound batted out by Isabel Roberts. There's a Mafuna downhill, looking for the cutting to Abisi, but passes the ball off of the Ipswich leg.
Again, great defensive hustle in transition from the Kestrels.
Substitution here for the Kestrels. Anna Mendes going to check in for Liv Sheldrick. It's going to be a Ipswich ball on the baseline. Katie York to inbound. Kerry Woodgate backing down on Mendes. Step through. Mendes blocks. Very fast-paced game here so far. Wiseman for 3. That one's off. Rebound. BC. Out of bounds. Kestrel's ball off of Roberts' hand. Ball inbound here to Mendes at the top. Going to put the moves down on Ipswich. Foul called.
Mendes with the drive and the shot draws the foul.
Foul drawn by Mendes.
And shoots it.
Judged to be on Kerry Woodgate. Second foul of the game as well.
Second foul of the game on Kerry Woodgate.
First one good for Ana Idiata Mendes, her first points on the board. Bartholomew for 3, no good. Uzumafuna flying in for the rebound. But then loses the dribble. Looking to get downhill. Wiseman looking to push. Finds Bartholomew. Stripped by Goddard. Great hands there by Tilly Goddard. Mendes finds the cutting. McDowell, no good. York pulls down the rebound for Ipswich. Ipswich looking to get out ahead. Spin move there, and the finish. Maya Wiseman with her first points of the game. No let up there by Ipswich. Keeping the pace on the game. Floater by Tilly Goddard, that one drops. Assist by Amy Nwabisi. The swing there by Ipswich goes out of bounds off of Eliza Bartholomew's hand. Chelsea Woodgate's going to check in for Kerry Woodgate. And a timeout called by coach Ryan Payne for the Solent Kestrels. Leading here 17-8, very similar to last week's encounter down at Hemel. Leading that game by 10 or 20 in that first half, and then letting Hemel come back in. Some good three-point shooting by Hemel in that second half, which almost walked them back into the game, with Kestrels struggling to find the bottom of the bucket. Kestrels with 6 scorers on the board, as well as Ipswich with 6 scorers on the board, with 5 scorers on the board. Leading Kestrels is Tilly Goddard with 5, Amy Wambisi with 4, Anna Mendez with 4. See Coach York just going through some bits and pieces here with his Ipswich team, as well as Ryan Payne with his Kestrels team. Six and a half minutes then left in the second half, the first half, sorry, second quarter. Ipswich are going to look to cut down that 9-point lead that Kestrels are leading by at this point in time.
Okay, here we go, Kestrels get us back underway.
Dow there getting us back underway with Tilly Goddard going to set the offence up for the Kestrels. Roberts downhill, no good. Goddard pulls down the rebound. Uzumafuna cutting, pass just off. Turnover there by Faith McDowell. Hand off to Bartholomew. Walks straight back into the traffic. Woodgate. Stopped there by Uzumafuna. Turnover. Mendez. Mendez gets out. No foul called there, but no finish either by Anna Mendez. Roberts stops and finishes off the assist from Eliza Bartholomew.
Ipswich confirm the defence into offence with the 2. That's a 17-10, 5.5 to go in the second.
McDowell downhill, no good. Katie York grabs the rebound. Foul called on Faith McDowell there. That's going to be her 3rd, so she will be taking a seat. Sophia Agbula and Chloe Lamas are checking back into the game.
McDowell and Wambisi head to the bench. Lamas and Agbula back into the game.
Kelsey Woodgate finding Roberts in the corner. Good defence there by Lamas and Uzumafuna to trap them in, making that catch difficult, and the tip out by Lamas. It's going to be an Ipswich ball, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Bartholomew looks to get downhill, the switch there by Kestrels. Deep 3, no good. Rebound by number 11, Isabel Roberts. That's her 4th of the game. Thrown out of bounds. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Kestrels leading by a slender 7-point lead inside to Anna Mendez. Drop step and a great finish. Assist by Sophia Agbula. May Bakabag waiting to check in for Ipswich as the foul's called there, as Roberts drives downhill hard and hits the deck hard. Foul called on, I think that's number 10, Uzumafuna. And Roberts will head to the line again. First one good from the line. As the teams are going to line up for this second one. Rebound there by Mendez as the second one is off. Goddard pushes downhill. Finds Mendez for 3. That one's good. Anna Mendez drains the 3 on the wing off the Tilly Goddard assist. Not a bad sign when your wing and When your bigs are knocking down threes like that wide open on the three-point line. Foul called there though on Anna Mendes as she reaches in to try and steal the ball away from Maya Wiseman. Going to be an end-line ball then for the Kestrel, for Ipswich, sorry.
First foul of the game on Anna Mendes.
And it's going to be to the line for Ipswich after Kestrels have committed 5 fouls this quarter, which means every foul now for the next 4 a little bit minutes will be free throws, and 2 of them for Ipswich. That one no good for Maya Wiseman as she's going to step up and shoot the second one. And that second one is good for Maya Wiseman. And it's an 11-point lead for the Kestrels. Chloe Lamas found running on the baseline. Tilly Goddard for 3. That one hits front rim. Rebound by number 7, Kelsey Woodgate, as Ipswich look to set up their offence. Great faked handoff there by Wiseman, but rebounded by Sophia Agbula. And Goddard looks to push. Finds Uzumafuna underneath, and that one's good. May Bakabag with the handoff. Woodgate 3, deep one, no good.
Score 24-12 to Kestrels.
Timeout called by Ipswich's coach. Kestrels leading 24-12.
By Endeavour Ipswich.
Kestrels being led here by Anna Mendes now with 9 points. Tilly Goddard with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And then Gloria Uzumafuna with 4 points, Amy Nwabisi with 4 points as well as 4 rebounds. Anna Idiata Mendes also with 4 rebounds alongside Isabel Roberts with 4 rebounds and 5 points for Ipswich Endeavour. Referees seem to have got a bit mixed up with what's going on here, and it's going to be a black ball on the baseline. And Lamas and Goddard just getting us back underway.
The first half here at the SSC. Kestrels 24, Ipswich 12.
Goddard swings to a cutting Uzumafuna. Woodgate forced to just stand up and play no defence. She's already on two fouls as Uzumafuna drops in the 2. Moves Goddard to 4 assists. Kerry Woodgate finds the cutting Wiseman, goes up, blocks by Goddard, but the foul called.
Goddard with the block called for the foul.
Foul called though on Tilly Goddard there, but the lead stretching out to 14 points here. Biggest lead of the game so far for Solent Kestrels. Looking to keep the run going on Ipswich. As Wiseman steps to the line again. First one no good. Second one good then for Wiseman as she moves herself onto 4 points. Lamas head fake downhill, finds Goddard in the mid-range. Free throw line jump shot, that one's off. Rebound by Wiseman. Ipswich get themselves ahead. Wiseman thought about the three, chooses not to. Foul called. Offensive foul by May Bakabag. That illegal screen there, moving as she sets it. Feet weren't set. Oh, it's going to be at Kestrels' ball side line.
The first foul of the game.
Sinking back into their 2-3 again are Ipswich. Mendez in the corner, thought about the three, decides against it, passes to Agbula who swings to Lamas. Lamas launches one. Front rim, Agbula with the rebound.
Agbula with the offensive rebound. Mendez.
Mendez no good for the three. Agbula called for the over the back foul.
Crash reports can't control the ball. 6 bounds. Ipswich possession.
Going to be 2 free throws then for Ipswich as the over the back foul's called, and they're obviously in the penalty.
In fact, it wasn't out of bounds. There was a foul called on the play. Ipswich made the long walk down the court to shoot the 2 free throws.
Second one good then for Wiseman as Kestrels gets back underway. Score sitting at 26-12. Ipswich slowly trimming down that lead. Goddard on the 3-point line finds the cutting Mendez. Mendez downhill. That one's off. Battling for the rebound. Agbula goes back up, no good. And then the rebound then drops to Wiseman. Great defense there by Goddard. And a couple of substitutions coming here for Ipswich. Katie York and Eliza Bartholomew coming back into the game.
Eliza Bartholomew and Katie York back into the game. And another substitution. Another substitution for Ipswich. Isabel Roberts returns.
Another substitution. Isabel Roberts coming into the game. Kestrels need to lock in for defence here. 1 minute 44 left. Turnover there. Solent by Mendez. Pushing. Goddard downhill. Looked like a foul there. Glory pulls down the rebound. Agbula rebound. Goddard three. That one's off.
Nice offensive sequence from Kestrels. Just can't get the score.
York on the 3-point, looking to go to work. Eliza Bartholomew. Foul called there on Chloe Lamas, looking to battle round the screen.
Foul called on Chloe Lamas. Coach Ryan Payne wanted to talk it over with Kestrels.
Ryan Payne calling a timeout here. 1 minute 15 left. Chloe Lamas still arguing that call with the referee, but it's going to stick as a Chloe Lamas foul. She's trying to break round the screen. Katie York, who gets us back underway from the free throw line. Just over a minute left in this first half down here at SSC. Katie York, first one back iron, no good. Second one's good for Katie York. Akabula in the corner, back up to Tilly Goddard. Goddard spins off, goes to the hoop and finishes. Great finish there by Tilly Goddard. Stretches the lead back up to 12 for the Kestrels, just breaking under the minute mark left in this first half. And finished there by Kerry Woodgate. Mendez stepping out of bounds there. With 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left there in the first half. As Ipswich looking to make a good offense count here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Steal there by Kestrels. Goddard with the ball. Izumafuna out. 9 seconds left on the clock. Izumafuna downhill. Step through and finish. Gloria Izumafuna. And that'll be it for the first half then. Kestrels leading Ipswich 30-18 at the end of the first half. All scorers led by Idiasa Mendez with 9 and Izumafuna with 8. And we're going to throw back to the guys courtside for their views on the first half.
I know we just signed a deal, but I need my best on the next one so we can go on. Yeah. I need it.
Tuck shop is open in the corner if anybody wants any refreshments.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well, that was the first half. It is now 29-18 to the Solent Kestrels. Kestrels taking control of the tempo, taking control of the boards, and more importantly, taking control of the scores. I mean, I want to just talk about how we talked about before the game about efficiency and finding the right shots. Riven, Solent have been finding the right shots. How do you think they've been doing that?
They've been great, just passing around the key, passing to the right people at the right time, finding the space, driving to the basket, and just making simple layups. That's all it takes in basketball. That's all you need to do. And now they just need to keep doing it, make sure they continue doing it in the second half, and make sure they keep grabbing the offensive boards, because that's another thing they've been really good at in this first half, whether that be offensive, defensive. The rebounding has been brilliant. Despite being the smaller team going into this, they've shown their hustle, they've shown their energy, and they show their intent to win this game.
I mean, we talked before the game about how are they going to be more aggressive or are they going to be more conservative? And it feels like we've seen a little bit of both. I'd say on the defensive end, we've seen a little bit more of an aggressive approach, and I think it's worked for them, especially since players on the Ipswich Endeavour have tried to force in shots, tried to force in the fouls, and it's a good approach. But I think Solent Kestrels came here knowing that they were going to be aggressive. But on the other hand, on the offense, they've been very conservative, finding the right shots, finding the right mid-ranges, taking the time. And one player who's essentially done that very well is the point guard Tilly Goodman. 7 points in that first half, but she has led the tempo, led where that ball is going to go. And we were talking about it whilst we were watching the game. She's in the huddle, she's talking to her players. How crucial is it to have a leader like that on the court?
Yeah, Tilly Goddard, she's been really good in this first half, controlling the tempo, controlling the ball on the offensive end, and basically finding the right pass, passing into the post, whether it's bounce pass, overhead pass, finding the right pass into the corner for a three, finding the open person, and it's worked for them. Tempo-wise, they've been controlling the game, something that Ipswich have really struggled with. Ipswich, the majority of the first half were just fast breaking, because that's all they knew what to do. But Solent have kept it going. The tempo's been right all game, and hopefully she can continue doing that in the second half, and hopefully she doesn't tire out, because I'm pretty sure she's played every single minute in that first half. Hopefully she can continue, and hopefully it means Solent get the win.
Absolutely. And another player that I want to bring to you is Ana Mendes, who's dropped 9 points in this first half, finding a lot of mid-ranges, finding a lot of shots. One of the only threes of the whole game. She's been very entertaining to watch. She's finding her shots. How does she continue that in the second half?
Well, she's probably, I think, the tallest person on the Solent team. She's, like we said earlier, she's grabbing the offensive boards, but more importantly, she remains open, whether it be a corner three, a wing on the a three on the wing, sorry. And simply just grabbing the rebounds, finding the space on the court for an open shot, whether it be a mid-range, a layup. She's kept the energy going. Alongside Goddard has been really good, and hopefully both of them can keep up in the second half.
I mean, I want to switch it from our Solent Kestrels a little bit. You talked about how Ipswich are trying to drive into the basket and just can't find the right shots. What would you say if you were the coach right now and you took them aside at this half-time? What would you be saying to them right now?
Well, yeah, Ipswich have been really struggling. They need to calm things down on the offensive end. They've been too quick for their own good. Well, it's not really helped them that much. They've been forcing the ball, forcing the passes, and just putting up wayward layups. It hasn't helped them. I mean, scoring-wise, they're really struggling. If I was their coach at half-time, I'd be saying just calm it down. Calm it down, find the open pass, and just slow the tempo down, because they simply haven't been good enough in that first half.
I mean, as you mentioned before, with the hustle, I mean, getting back on the fast breaks, Ipswich are relying on fast breaks, and it's making them rush. I mean, at the beginning of the second half, I'd say that there's a lot of moments where they force Solent to change the tempo of their game and actually rush some shots, actually rush getting back, and it led to fouls, led to free throws. But now Tilly, Goddard, and other players on that team are starting to realise if we take it slow, we take the right shots, they'll be able to find the right tempo for their team. So essentially, that's what they've got to kind of do. But yeah, the hustle stats I also want to get into as well. Offensive boards, not only just defensive boards, but offensive boards. How crucial has that been for their first half?
I mean, offensive boards, I think, have been the main reason why they're winning right now. They're mainly getting offensive boards, putting the ball straight back up or finding the open pass, and it's really helped them. Defensively, they've done the same thing, but offensively is more crucial, because realistically, you're expected to get the defensive boards. You're boxing out, you're beating the offense to the ball, and Solent have been really good at overcoming the box out from Ipswich, and they've been simply getting the boards, getting the ball back up, and scoring open buckets.
I mean, we talked about this before the game. At the first game against Hemel Storm, they rushed it and they were in the lead. So as the coach, you've got to understand that that is something that's an issue with this team. Even though it's early doors, even though they've only played one game, they've got to maintain that focus. Now switching it on the other side, if you're that Solent Kestrels coach, what are you saying to the players right now?
Basically just the same thing again. Keep it going for another 20 minutes and hopefully it leads to a win. Make sure they play their own game, because a couple times in that second quarter especially, they started playing into Ipswich game, rushing the ball, rushing the passes, and it led to turnovers, which ideally you don't want in a game like this. But they just need to, if I was the Solent coach, I'd tell them, play your game, keep getting the boards, and we will win this game. As simple as that.
I mean, we've just got to continue to find the right shots, continue to find some sort of tempo that keeps them in this lead. It's not about just keep scoring, you've also got to maintain that lead, and I think that's going to be so important for Solent.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Going into that second half, they need to keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the teams are just about to come out soon. We've got about 7 minutes. We will see you for that second half. It will be exciting. I'm sure that Ipswich will want to come out very aggressively. But Solent have just got to control this. And I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game for the second half.
Kestrels with Tilly Goddard, Amy Wabisi, Glory Zomafuna, Anna Mendez, and Chloe Barris.
Third quarter with Amy Nwabisi, Gloria Zomafuna, Tilly Goddard, Anna Mendez, and Chloe Lamas. Ipswich starting with Kerry Woodgate, York, Bartholomew, Roberts, and Wiseman. Ipswich sinking back into that zone that they've sat in for the first half. Lamas in the corner, step through, spin move, looking to get past Wiseman. Throws the ball away to Bartholomew. Good hands there by Amy Nwabisi. Uzumafuna playing defence on Wiseman. York left wide open for three. That one's short. Uzumafuna pulls down the rebound. Uzumafuna, finger roll, no good.
She'll head to the line and shoot two. First personal foul on number 14, Kate York. Definitely the shooter's roll on that one.
Uzumafuna gets the first one to drop. And the second is good. Great defense by Anna Mendez here, making Wiseman turn. Kicks to Roberts in the corner, Lamas playing D there. York now takes the handoff. Woodgate, York, Wiseman, great ball movement. Three's long, Nwabisi pulls down the rebound.
24-second shot clock violation on Ipswich.
Uzumafuna in the corner, swings to Nwabisi, gets downhill, splits the gap. Lamas for three. Nothing but net. Chloe Lamas nails the three. Stretches that lead to 17 now for the Kestrels. Very good first start to this third quarter. Uzumafuna playing D on York. York gets her own rebound. And the foul is called as Wiseman goes to the hoop.
The fake and drive draws the foul. Rory Uzumafuna not quite in position in time.
Uzumafuna called for her second foul then of the game.
Wiseman will head to the line and shoot two.
Wiseman at the line again. First one's good then for Maya Wiseman. Second one's good for Wiseman. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Three's no good for Nwabisi as Wiseman grabs the board for Ipswich. Screen set by Woodgate. The rolling Wiseman catches. Can't quite get it to drop as Lamas grabs the board. Bartholomew looking to push. Nwabisi gets her hands on the ball. And Roberts goes flying in, takes Nwabisi out in the process, who doesn't actually have the ball in her hand. Mendes in the high post. Pass just as soon as Mafuna went to cut. Lead is 15 here for the Kestrels. Mendes tips the ball out. York keeps the ball in play nicely there, finds Woodgate. Foul called there. Oh, number 15, Lamas.
End-line ball, Ipswich. Lamas' second foul of the game.
Goddard downhill. No finish. Rebounded by Wiseman again. And then Roberts drops it in.
Quick transition for the score. Coming out stronger at the start of the second half.
Roberts for three, no good. Rebounded by Woodgate, and Woodgate puts it in. Score trimmed now down to an 11-point lead. Ipswich really putting in the work here to get that lead down and try and get themselves back in the game. Goddard steps through, no good. York pulls it down. And one finished by Roberts.
Basket's good off yet another turnover from Kestrels. Isabel Roberts with the score. She'll go to the line and shoot two. Timeout called by coach Ryan Payne.
So just 15 seconds left in this timeout. Glorious and Mafuna leading all scorers with 10, but I think has gone out of the game with 3 fouls. Roberts leading Ipswich with all scorers with 9. Roberts with the chance here to lead all scorers if she drains both of these free throws here from the line. Currently sitting on 9. No, sorry, basket was good, so it's going to be 1 free throw for Roberts here. Jump ball then, great hustle by the 2 sets of players. It's going to be an Ipswich ball with the possession arrow.
Ipswich with the possession arrow and the held ball.
Look at BC out and running. Misses, Agbula rebound, misses.
Kestrels are able to convert on the second play. Ipswich bring it the other way.
Lob pass there to Woodgate, drops that one in.
And it's back to a 7-point ball game.
7-point lead here for Ipswich. Sorry, 7-point lead here for Kestrels. Ipswich trailing, but chasing. Agbula in the corner, air ball 3. York with the rebound. It gives view of the Hemel game again a week ago, where Kestrels threw away a 10-15 point lead in the first half early in the third quarter. It was a 31-4 third quarter up at Hemel. Kestrels will be hoping that can't happen again. Mendes throws the ball away. Roberts downhill. Step through, no good.
Amy Nabisi with her second foul of the game. Roberts single-handedly almost dragging Ipswich back into this game in the second half. She's on the line shooting 2.
Second one drops in then for Roberts, who moves herself on to 11, leading all scorers now in the game. Kestrels really need to get a score here. Lead's being trimmed down to 5. Goddard downhill, finds Agbula, who bounces the ball off her knee and it goes out of bounds. Roberts passes, cuts, misses the lay. McDowell gets out, steps through, grabs her own rebound and turns it over. And one then by Roberts. Foul on Tilly Goddard. Roberts moving herself onto 13 points personal now.
Already with 8 points in this quarter.
McDowell driving into traffic, finds Nwabisi, and she finishes. Lovely dime there by Faith McDowell.
Break the Ipswich run.
Bartholomew for 3. That one's off. Great rebound by Katie York, but throws it away as she's falling out of bounds. BC, no good. Goddard rebound, and that one drops. Lead at 6 here now at the SSC, going in Kestrels' favour. Kestrels' ball here now, and it's going to be a timeout called.
Coach York of Ipswich as the intensity rounds up here at the SSC.
Kestrel possession here. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. McDowell in the corner. Goddard step through. Swing to the corner. Great ball movement here by Kestrels. McDowell keeps the ball in then. Drives. It's a blocking foul there on Roberts.
Foul called on Ipswich. Again, just their second foul in the quarter compared to Kestrels' 5.
Dowell on the line then. Second one's good. Kestrel stretch that lead to 7 now. And across switch then between Goddard and Agboola. And again, McDowell picking up the ball of Bartholomew. Swings to Wiseman. Finds Roberts. Wiseman thought about the 3. And it's a shot clock violation. Great defense there. Great 24 seconds by the Kestrels to get that turnover. Agboola in the corner, swings back up to Nwabisi. Nwabisi steps through, banks in the 2. York and Bartholomew almost running into each other. Wiseman in the corner, 3 is off. Rebound by Agboola, great rebound by Sophia Agboola. They're looking to push. Passes off to Tilly Goddard and finishes. Great couple of possessions there by the Kestrels. Couple of stops and scores here, and the lead's at 11 again for Solent. Mendes gets her hand on the pass. Agboola out again. They're going to beat Wiseman down the court. Wiseman tips the ball out and it's out of bounds. Kestrel's ball on the end line. Subs coming in for Ipswich then. May Bakabag comes in for Bartholomew.
Bartholomew heads to the bench, replaced by Julian
Agboola to Mendes and the 2. Perfect out of bounds execution there from the Kestrels. And that leads now at 13. Brilliant fight back here from the Kestrels after a strong start to the third quarter by Ipswich. Katie York turns around, no good. Jump ball again. It's going to be an Ipswich basketball now with the possession arrow. Kelsey Woodgate coming into the game alongside Smythe. Kerry Woodgate going out. And Roberts going to take a seat. Roberts leading all scorers here with 14. Goddard with 11. Mendes with 11. Really intense second half here so far. Woodgate for 3. That one's off.
3-point attempt is wide right.
Mendes in the corner, cutting Nwabisi. Great cut there across the lane, no good on the 2. Finds Wiseman on the leak out. May Bakabag finding York. Pump fake, no good. May Bakabag from deep. Rebounds off the glass and falls in the hands of Smythe. York from deep, drains it. Deep 3 there from Katie York.
Inside the last minutes of the third quarter.
Agboola swings the ball to Goddard. Great ball movement there from Kestrels. Brilliant basketball there for Kestrels. Drains the 3 and out of bounds. 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Agboola swings to Goddard. Goddard pump fake downhill. Floater drops it down. Great response to a strong Ipswich first start here. Mendes picks it up, and that'll be the end of the third. Kestrels leading here by 15. Brilliant response to a strong Ipswich start to the third quarter.
Up by 15 at the end of the third. Ipswich will come back at the start.
Kestrels leading then by 15. Tilly Goddard there, the little spurt at the end of the quarter. Finishes the quarter on 16 points. Isabel Roberts just behind her on 14, and Gloria Mafuna with 10, and Ana Miliata Mendes with 11. Then just going to start into the fourth quarter here at the SSC. Kestrels responding to a huge Ipswich onslaught at the start of that fourth quarter. Start that third quarter, sorry. And a 15-point lead then going into the fourth. Let's see if Kestrels can defend this and get one in that win column early on.
Final quarter of action get underway at the SSC in the WNBL Division 2 matchup between Team Solent Kestrels and our visitors Endeavour Ipswich Basketball Club.
I'm sure what we're waiting on here, but the referee's having a conversation with the table.
Isabel Roberts leading all scorers with 14 points and 6 rebounds to go with that. And Mendes with 11 points, 5 rebounds for Kestrels. Tilly Goddard 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals.
And we're back underway then. Sophia Agbula with the ball in hand, faking the handoff with Mendes. Mendes spins off and finishes. British international Ana Mendes played some European Championship basketball for a GB under-16s in the summer, moving herself on to 13 points. Good hands there by Goddard, forcing Wiseman to pick it up. Woodgate, 3 on the shot clock. Drop the hands in there by Faith McDowell just towards the end of the shot clock. Didn't quite need it there, but it's going to be a sideline ball for Ipswich as Uzo Mafuna checks back into the game for Faith McDowell, who moves on to 4 fouls then early in the fourth quarter. Smythe moves the ball to Roberts. Roberts looking to make something happen. Uzo Mafuna, great defense, just stepping in front. And again by Uzo Mafuna. Mendes kicks ahead. Goddard misses. Agbula rebound and puts it in. Sophia Agbula with her first points of the game. Foul called there on the baseliners. Wiseman drops in the 2.
Sophia O'Hula's second foul of the game. Wiseman to shoot the bonus shot.
Bula adjudged to have fouled on the shooting action of Maya Wiseman. She's going to shoot 2 free throws. Shoot 1 free throw, sorry, I forgot she made that one, and that one's not good. Mafuna moves the ball inside, tips out of bounds there by Maya Wiseman. It's going to be a Kestrels end-line ball. Substitutions to be made. Bartholomew going to come into the game. Smythe and York is going to check into the game for Woodgate.
Smythe and Woodgate head to the bench.
Mendez with the spin move inside. Uzumafuna. Left-handed finish then by Gloria Uzumafuna as the right-handed basketball player. You'd be surprised how much Glory goes to her left hand. Very consistent with that. Bartholomew on the three-point line. Steps through, blocked by Mendez, but straight into the hands of Roberts. And Roberts finishes. Isabel Roberts doing her best efforts here to keep Ipswich in the game.
With the and one.
That one no good, and Goddard pulls down the rebound, looking to push off the screen of Uzumafuna. Cutting Abula to the cutting Uzumafuna, and that one's no good. Katie York pulls down the rebound, but Glory hustles there for the rebound. And it's going to be an Ipswich ball on the held ball. Sheldrick replacing Sophia Agbula then as we head into the final 8 minutes of the game.
Kerry Woodgate replacing Julian May.
Wiseman losing the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Kestrels ball on the baseline. Uzumafuna looking to step through, lost balance, and the ball went over the backboard and out of bounds. It's going to be an Ipswich ball on the baseline as Wiseman gets us underway, looking to push. Great hands by Amy Nwabisi there. But Wiseman downhill. Sheldrick pulls down the rebound and Woodgate battles her for it.
Sheldrick with the defensive rebound, held ball position arrow to Kestrels.
Kestrels ball then on the baseline. Just over 7 minutes left to play. Kestrels lead sits at 17 points. Uzumafuna in the corner. Swings up and down. Nwabisi downhill. Floater. That one rims out. Great hands by Tilly Goddard. Picks off the pass then, downhill, and misses. Mendez with the rebound and puts it straight back in for them. Mendez clearing up on the offensive boards then for Kestrels this half. Offensive foul then called on Roberts, dropping the shoulder into Tilly Goddard's chest.
Tilly Goddard, Isabel Roberts, slightly out of control with the charge. Just over the balancing. Substitutions for Kestrels. Goddard will head to the bench for a rest. McDowell back in. Isabel Roberts with her second foul of the game.
Finds McDowell. Three's no good. Mendez on the offensive board again.
Let's go to the reverse.
Mendez swats the ball out then, and it's going to be an Ipswich end-line ball, but great defence tracking the cut there. Woodgate swings to York. York pump fakes and beats Mendez. Double dribble there, but nothing called. Out of bounds then, Kestrels' ball tipped off there.
Rice will able to get in the lane, deflected out of bounds. Possession still with Kestrels.
Here's Mafuna inside. Sheldrick in the corner. Pump fake, steps through. Finds McDowell. McDowell pass fake, steps through, and the finish. Brilliant finish there by Faith McDowell. 21-point lead then for the Kestrels. Blocked there by Gloria Mafuna. Kestrels really getting into their stride halfway through the fourth there. Glory battling for the ball. Finds Mendez. Mendez spin move. And finish. Timeout then called by the Ipswich basketball coach York, as Kestrels extend their lead out to 23 points now. Mendez with 17 now leading all scorers. Don't forget, ladies and gents, that straight after this game, the men's Division 2 league play will get underway. Kestrels again taking on Endeavour Ipswich, but they're Division 2 men's side. Just over 5 minutes remaining then in this ball game. The opening home game, home fixture for Team Solent Kestrels here at the SSC. Coming off a loss at Hemel Storm first game of the season, looking to make amends for that. Leading Ipswich Endeavour by 23 points here. 3 scorers in double digits for the Kestrels, alongside some valued support from Amy Nwabisi and Faith McDowell. Anna Holt checked into the game for the first time for the Kestrels. Number 7 here from Itchin Basketball. Double dribble called there on Kerry Woodgate then at the at half court. And it's going to be a Kestrels ball just inside the Ipswich half. Whereas Mafuna finds Holt in the corner and the ball is out of bounds. It's still going to be a Kestrels ball. Shot clock sits at 7 then for the Kestrels. Have to get a shot off and hit the rim in that time, unless otherwise it will be a shot clock violation and the ball will go the other way. BC gets downhill, swings to McDowell. McDowell 3. That one rims out. Holt battling for the rebound. It's going to be a Kestrels ball there.
Holt's checking into the game for Kestrels, competing for the offensive ball. Wins a team the possession back.
Sheldrick on the inbound throws the ball straight to Bartholomew, and Bartholomew is going to get out and look to break. Roberts throws it away to Uzumafuna, and we all know what's going to happen here. Uzumafuna flying down the court. Left hand lay and finish there for Gloria Uzumafuna. Moves herself onto 14 points. Bartholomew gets downhill, and Hannah Holt commits the foul there. Lila Burtles was going to step into the game for Amy Nwabisi. Great effort then today for Amy Nwabisi. 8 points today for her. And a valued effort on the boards, bringing down many offensive and defensive rebounds to get Kestrels out and away on their offenses. Free throw is good then, as the lead is cut to 24. Sheldrick swings. Spin move by Faith McDowell. Sheldrick on the three-point line. That one's off. York for three, no good. Holt pulls down the rebound. Burtwhistle finds Holt. Holt steps through, goes up and finishes. Hannah Holt drops in the two. Burtwhistle stepped by Bartholomew. Mid-range for Bartholomew, no good. Woodgate battling for the rebound, fouled by Neve Sheldrick.
Neve Sheldrick playing tough on the defensive boards, committing the foul.
First one no good then for Kerry Woodgate.
Ipswich in this quarter.
Amber Bartlett waiting to check in for the Kestrels then. After this made free throw. Faith McDowell was going to check out the game.
And the Bartlett replaces Faith McDowell.
Just going under 3.5 minutes left of this game. Lila Burtwhistle finds Holt. Unsure what's going on here. I think the referees believe it might be an Ipswich ball, but ball was tipped out by an Ipswich hand. It's going to be a Kestrels ball, yep, eventually on the sideline.
Just making sure that it was Kestrels' possession still.
It's going to be Hannah Holt to inbound the ball here. Amber Bartlett found at the top. Uzumafuna finds the cutting Holt. It's out of bounds. Kestrels ball on the baseline. Lead sitting at 25 now for Solent Kestrels. Swung across to Gloria Uzumafuna for three! Kestrels bench erupts then for a Gloria Uzumafuna three. A rarity in these parts as Woodgate gets downhill and is fouled by Hannah Holt. Timeout then called by Coach Payne. I believe after this timeout we'll see the introduction of Courtney Chawira into the game for the first time. Just entering under 3 minutes left of this game. Kestrels leading the game 70-42. Led by Uzamafuna with 17, Mendez with 17, and Goddard with 16. So it's Kerry Woodgate on the line then for Ipswich. First one no good.
Misses the first of the free throws.
Second one to come then for Ipswich. That one's off as well. Rebound by Amber Bartlett. Looking to push the ball ahead to Hannah Holt. Hannah Holt looking to get downhill, stripped by Roberts. Roberts getting out, losing her dribble slightly.
Unsportsmanlike foul. Called on Hannah Holt, third foul of the game. Big 2 shots and possession to Ipswich.
So an unsportsmanlike foul called on Hannah Holt there for that one, as Roberts is going to shoot at the free throw line. Holt's going to shoot, not Holt, sorry. Roberts is going to shoot 2 free throws, and Ipswich will regain possession. Knocks the first one down. Misses the second. Ipswich possession then on the sideline.
Ipswich now get possession.
Lovely cut there by Wiseman with the handoff from Woodgate. Woodgate gets her own, gets the rebound.
Ferguson with the block from behind. Deflecting it out of bounds. Ipswich will keep possession.
Woodgate looks to be pushed there, and Bartholomew gets the steal and finishes.
With the layup of the turnover inside the last 2 minutes of the game.
Burt Whistle in the corner. That one's off.
Well, the ball was already going for the free. Trying to get it to drop.
Substitution then coming in for Ipswich. May Bakabag going to come in for Roberts, who checks out with 15 points for Endeavour Ipswich. Ball turned over by Neve Sheldrick as Bartholomew gets out. Misses the finger roll. May Bakabag gets her own rebound. Blocked. Woodgate goes through the back of Holt to get the steal. May Bakabag drops that one in.
As a man with the 2 for Ipswich.
Ball pushed ahead but intercepted by Bartlett. Bartholomew for 3, no good. York looking to tip it in. Sheldrick pulls down the rebound. 1, just a single shot clock remaining. A timeout called by Coach York here with 8.2 seconds left in the ball game, and Ipswich being down 23.
Ipswich call timeout.
So with the game nearly done here, 23-point lead for the Kestrels, led by Mendez with 17 and Uzumafuna with 17, Goddard with 16. Roberts leading Ipswich then today with 15 points. Their only scorer in double digits. Players are back out then for the final 8 seconds of the game. It's going to be a Kestrels ball then on the sideline.
8.2 seconds to go. Kestrels
Bartlett looking to put the moves on. Out of bounds. Going to be Kestrels ball again. 4.2 seconds left on the clock. Great cut by Bartlett. And that'll be the end of the game. Kestrels winning, running out winners, 70 points to 47, led by Anna Mendez and Uzubafuna with 17 points apiece. Joined by Tilly Goddard with 16 and Roberts for Ipswich with 15. Gonna hand you guys back over to our courtside reporters down at courtside for their post-game thoughts, and then our pre-game build-up soon later on for the Division 2 men's game. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well, what a fantastic win for Solent Kestrels, winning the game 70 to 47. An absolutely fantastic result for them. Riven, how do you think the players must be feeling right now?
Oh, they're elated, especially after the loss last week. You'd expect the dressing room's happy. They enjoyed that win, definitely. They dominated Ipswich from start to finish. A few blips here and there, but they kept it going throughout.
Absolutely. I mean, we got into the second half and the first 5 minutes were quite slow, would you say? I mean, it got to a point, it got to 35 to 32. I think the Ipswich Endeavour went on a 12-0 run for the first 5 minutes of that third quarter. They looked good, Ipswich. They came out quick. Do you think maybe that they came out a bit too quickly, though?
Well, yeah, the second half they definitely started quick compared to the first half. They definitely caught Solent off guard. However, I don't think they can keep it going. I don't think it was an energy thing. I think it was just Solent being so good that they just overcame the onslaught from Ipswich after the second half started. But they definitely started quick. I think the coach definitely got them to start quick, catch Solent off guard. They got them lead back to only down to 3 points. Ipswich tried to keep it close, but Solent were just too good.
I mean, we talked about player performances at the half-time. One player performance that I want to talk about is the glorious Uzoma Frenwa. Can you tell me more about her performance today?
Yeah, no, second half she picked it up. She was the main reason I think Solent got back into the game after the blip in the third quarter. Both defensively, offensive, being quick on the fast breaks. We said in the first half that they shouldn't fall into Ipswich's trap, but if anything, they fell into the trap but kept it going. They used it and used it to their advantage. Second half, fast breaks were quick, they were good, they were efficient, and basically just beat Ipswich at their own game.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the problems with this Kestrels team, even after their emphatic win today, was their foul numbers. There was quite a lot of fouls going on. Do you think teams will look at this game potentially and think to themselves that might be a weakness of this Solent Kestrels team, or do you think maybe it's something that this team can improve on?
It's definitely something they can improve on. Team fouls were definitely an issue in the third quarter. I think it got to 3 minutes left and they're already up, maximised their team fouls. And Ipswich definitely used that to their advantage and could end up hurting them in the long run. However, I think they can brush it over and hope next week and beyond they can learn from it and hopefully not commit as many fouls, especially towards the end. A couple of stupid reach-ins that they could definitely not do with next week, but they definitely need to learn from it.
But of course we talked about the loss last week to Hemel Storm. I want to also talk about the mental aspect that a win like this will do. After that loss and now getting a really big win, I mean a win of 23 points, what's that going to do to their mental edge, do you think?
I think it's definitely positive. They can take it forward into the next match. Think of it as a positive, build from it, learn from it. Whether it be positives, the negatives, they can learn from it and hopefully keep it going throughout the season.
I mean, it was only in small smidgets and, you know, they did eventually get into the game again and build up on that lead. But do you think also that is still a weakness, that the Kestrels, when they're losing their run and they go off too quickly, it's not working out for them? Do you think maybe that's still a weakness, or do you think it's something that the coach is clearly taking note of?
I think it's a mental thing. I think they got into the lead, they got too comfortable, especially after the loss last week. They got too comfortable in their lead and sort of faltered at the start of the third quarter, the second half. And hopefully they can learn from it and realise that despite being 11, 12 points up at half time, that you still need to carry it forward and towards the end of the match.
Absolutely. I mean, as a coach, you've got to be able to take the wins and celebrate them, but take what the good parts and the bad parts of it were. But also at the same time, he's got to level out his players' heads. You know, there's 2 games in, 1 loss, 1 win. I talked about at half-time, we talked about at half-time, I should have said, about what should the coach be saying to his players right now. If you were the Kestrels coach right now, after a win like that, after working on what they had the issues in the first half, and more importantly in that first game, what do you think the coach will be saying to them right now?
I think you'd just be congratulating the players, to be honest, because they did well, they kept it going, and after the loss last week, they did really well. On to the next match, I'd probably, if I was the coach, I'd be going, now do it for me next match and show you can do it week in, week out, because that's what will make and break their seasons, where they can consistently do it home and away. They had a good home support today, they'll get it throughout the season, but they need to make sure they do it away as well.
Yes, well of course, as I said with Solent Kestrels, they're going to be talking about how this game is going to affect them now that they've got the win. With Ipswich winning their first game, I'm going to flip it over. Now, what is their coach going to be saying to them, do you think?
I think the main reason they lost today was just their first half errors. They made a lot of unsupported decisions that probably shouldn't have been done. Second half, they were really good in their 2-3 zone. That's what really helped them, and I think helped them get back into the game really well. However, if I'm the coach, I'm saying, right, put your heads back up. We won last week. We may have lost this week, but we need to show why we're at this level, why we play in this league.
I mean, talking about that zone was so instrumental to the way that the Kestrels played and how Ipswich were trying to penetrate that defence. Could you talk to me a little bit about how that zone can be utilised positively and how also that can come back on you negatively?
Yeah, so into the second half, Ipswich switched to a 2-3 zone after being in a man defence, and initially it worked. Solent was struggling to find their passes, and I guess that's the benefit. If you catch a team off guard, you can help bridge the gap, basically, if you're losing. Limit space inside, which is a lot of Solent's successes in the first half. However, once you get found out, once you find the space at the elbow, the wings, find the space between the defenders, and in that defensive formation, it can get penetrated consistently, and that's what Solent did. They made sure they kept getting the offensive boards, they got back onto the score sheet, and they kept it going.
I mean, the other thing that I wanted to switch up on as well is that you hear the famous phrasing of defence wins championships, and it absolutely does, but it feels like today that Solent Kestrels' game plan was outscore the other team. Do you agree that that was the same approach that they were going for today?
Well, we heard the coach in the second half saying you were great offensively, and I completely agree. Now, defence was very on and off today. They had good quarters, bad quarters. However, offensively, they were dominant. I mean, they scored well first and second half especially, and just simply outscored Ipswich today. And I think if they keep doing that throughout the season, they'll do pretty good. I
mean, we were talking about the teamwork between players earlier as well. That was the other thing. And we were talking about how Tilly was leading the point. You had Anna Mendes, who was making the scores on the inside, and you also had Uzmafuna, who was also doing all the hustling. When you've got three players like that who are leading the offence, and a player like Uzmafuna who's very dominant on the defensive end, how do you also share that load on both sides of the court?
Well, you just need to be vocal. As long as you talk as teammates, you're going to do quite well. No matter what characters you've got on the court, how they play, as long as you talk, you should be good, both offensive, defensively, as if someone almost takes me out of the legs. Yeah, as long as you get vocal between your teammates and keep talking, knowing which each other are, what your roles are, you should be doing pretty well.
I mean, we see a lot of that leadership from Tilly in this game. I mean, we talked a little bit about her performance in the first half. Please just give me a little bit more of an insight about how instrumental she was when the going went tough, when they went on when they weren't scoring at that beginning of the second half. How important was she to bringing that back for that team?
Yeah, every time the ball went out or there was a free throw, she brought her teammates in, she kept talking, motivated them, telling them what to do, and eventually I think her teammates clicked and realised she knows what she's talking about. We're doing the right thing here. We need to keep this going, and basically the motivation was, we're winning this match, let's keep it going, and basically keep the offensive boards going, score, do the simple, do the basics basically. And I think her motivating her teammates really helped in that second half.
Of course. There's also one more thing that I want to bring up. There was a moment in the game where Mendes turns over to her coach, and you can see that the coach is giving instructions, being specific about what he wants her to do. How important to a team when things get tough and you need to extend that lead? How important is it a coach that gives you specific instructions, that's communicating with you and tries to pull the team together a little bit?
Yeah, it's probably one of the most important things in basketball. It may seem simple, but as long as you have someone in your ear, whether it be a teammate, a coach, it all matters and it will keep you going. Whether it be the simple chit-chats, where to stand, where to pass, where to shoot. even if it's simple motivation, it should keep the team going as a whole, even if it's talking one-to-one. And I think it really helped today.
Yeah, well, fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Solent Kestrels versus Ipswich Endeavour, a 70-47 win for Solent, 1-1 in the season record. Can they continue this momentum? No, that is the true question. Thank you for tuning in. We have been Sam Williams and Riven Corbett. Thank you very much.